Hey everybody, what's going on? It's lunchtime, so you know what that means. Another great episode of Lunchtime Talk with Steve. All right, we are here today. We're going to be talking to Ryan Brathwaite from Barbados. He's an Olympic gold medal winner. So he's going to talk to us a little bit about what that journey was like to get to the Olympics, how the training, how intense it is, and what it's like to represent your country in front of the world. All right, all right. So we'll talk to him in just a few minutes, and we'll be right back with you. All right. Hey, okay, so here we are. We are back. So Ryan is going to join us in just a quick second. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and run a commercial real quick. Got to pay the bills. You know how it goes. All right.
Whoa, did you guys see that? If that happens to you, call me at 305-316-8815 and I will help connect you with people that will fight for you.
All right, and here we are. We are back. All right, so we have Ryan. Actually, he was just connected, but I don't know what happened. He dropped off. He's doing a lot of stuff down in Barbados right now too with the kids and his nonprofit organization. Looks like we have Ryan back. Oh, Ryan,
Hey.
turn around so you're facing the light. Right now,
Oh,
yeah, there you go. Perfect.
okay. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Hey, so talk to me. Well, first off, introduce yourself to my viewers because I want them to know who Ryan Brathwaite is.
Oh, well, my name is Ryan Brathwaite. Hi, thank you for inviting me.
Mhm.
Um, I'm Barbados' first ever gold medalist at the 2009 World Championships.
And we're proud of you. We
And
are very proud of you. Hold on, wait, gotta
yeah,
get that up right there. 'Cause
thanks.
we are very proud of you. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm.
Basically, I started from, Barbados and then went abroad to, globally basically to run and train and compete at every different level.
All right. So, first off, how old were you when you got started? When did you first say to yourself, "Hmm, I could be an Olympian"?
Basically, my first, well, starting with sports, or I should say track and field, I started in 2005, and 2007 was my first ever seniors competition on the world scene, and then
Mhm.
2008 was my first ever Olympic Games. So I was actually doing pretty good at the event that I was running at and competing in. Sorry, and this is where it brought me to.
All right. So when you were younger, you used to run and stuff like that, or you never thought about running before? Um,
No, I started. Well, I wasn't, but I started in 2000 and, as I said, 2004 basically, and
right.
2005 was when I started like giving good performance within the age of like 16 going on.
All right. And so when you were ready to get to go to the Olympics, how hard was it for you to find sponsors?
It was very hard because it's all about performances, and you have a lot of businesses who weren't taking the risk of giving sponsorship
Hmm.
in terms of having to get performance, showing the performance like in a high bar or high level.
All right. And then once you went to the Olympics and you came back, then what happened then? How was the
Well,
response?
basically, it was the World Championships actually that I did my best performance in.
Hmm.
Um, with that
In Germany, right?
performance,
Was it in
yeah,
Germany?
Germany, yeah, yes,
Yeah.
Germany. So within that performance, if you make the top eight or top nine, basically, you would in the finals, you would actually automatically get a sponsorship. But before going into the World Championships, I was sponsored by Adidas, and that was in like July 2008, and then from there, World Championships was August 2008. So before going in, I was lucky to be sponsored by Adidas within that within that time.
All right. And how did you get that sponsorship? Because I mean, how were you able to get in touch with them? Did they reach out to you, or did you have to hunt them down, or how did that connection happen?
Well, basically, I was they actually hunt me down because I was at college. I was at the collegiate level doing some good great performances, and an agent approached me and we were discussing. He was like, "Man, we need you." So it took me a lot of thinking and making a decision. So I didn't finish college. I actually stepped out of college, quit, and made a decision to go professional. So and I was at the age of 21, being as of 21. Sorry.
Where did you go to college? Which college was that?
I was at Barton County, where Tyson Gay actually was. He actually went to Barton. Veronica Campbell, she went to Barton also. So we had a lot of high level athletes who went to that school also.
All right. Where's Barton County? Where's that one?
Barton is in Kansas, Great Bend, Kansas, middle of nowhere.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I never heard of Barton County.
Yeah, middle is the middle of nowhere. Like is I don't know. Like there's just cows and just cornfields and the whole set.
Do me a favor, if you could, you have to turn and face the light because
Yeah,
it's
because
casting the shadow right there.
what happens is it's out.
Right there is good. Right there is
Okay,
good. Where you were was good.
it's better.
Right. Because you want it to be facing you, if that's gonna cast a shadow. You see what I'm saying?
Because you know, so outside is so yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good.
It's good.
So
Okay.
so you're doing some stuff right now with the kids in Barbados and with different things. What are you doing? What kind of stuff are you doing?
Basically, I've been planning now to start doing a little coaching club. Um, I'm looking to motivate or start a sports management company. Also, well, not start, but started a sports management company for athletes who aren't who don't have the mindset of approaching or trying to reach out to get advice or mentorship or try to get sponsorship. So I was thinking about, okay, this is Barbados, this is in the region. There's no sports management company or business within the region. So I was saying this is the way that I should start it to have people, you know, come on and join together, like even coaches. This is what one tab is. One tab is for like coaches who want to come and get jobs and athletes who want to try to get meets out there that I can actually help them, because you know I've been
Mhm.
experiencing that for a long time, and I've been communicating with a lot of other meet directors and all that and so forth. But you know, it's coming good. Just the
And that's a
kids
good
that
idea.
yeah, the kids that I'm looking at is basically the ones who I'm trying to push to have a future. So that's my aim, to have the kids to be out there, get out there, and have a right mindset.
And that's a very good idea because I mean, honestly, the only difference sometimes between that success and failure is that little opportunity. And like you said, you were in Kansas, so then the person saw you. If you weren't in
Yeah,
Kansas, that person would probably not see you.
exactly.
And it would have been a whole different thing. You wouldn't have gone to to the Olympics. All these different things wouldn't happen. So
Yeah,
I mean, even like look at Rihanna. I mean, it just happened the right people saw her, and boom, that was it. So we want to be able to expose the world to the talent that we have in Barbados, and I think what you're doing is a great thing. That's really good.
yeah.
You know,
But there's a lot happening because
sound like the police
basically
coming for you.
I'm actually right now I'm in Christchurch area, so it's a lot of like close to the sea.
Yeah,
So
no, I
it's
hear
a
you.
lot of activity in the back. So it don't matter if I'm inside or outside. It's still gonna be have a
No,
little couple of
listen, you're
noise.
good. You're good. You're good. This is
Yeah,
Facebook Live. I mean, you know what I mean.
yeah.
Every little
It's
thing.
true. It's true. But
But
you know, I'm trying to just create a major plan in
mhm.
Barbados just to reset sports here, because I realize that our industry of sports right now isn't as big as it's supposed to be, or I haven't seen any vision as yet from the upper associations and government to me as yet. They might be planning, but I think that me starting it to create something good out there would better the future of sports and the
Mhm.
future of kids.
Now
I mean,
now the connections that you had with Adidas, do you still have those connections? Are you still able to
yes, I
to?
do. Yes, I do. I
Mhm.
still do have connections with Adidas, but
Mhm.
right now, as this whole COVID-19 pandemic situation, there's a lot of restrictions, a lot of maybes, may not. So right now, I'm just trying to see how or what business in Barbados could actually help with sponsorship, because that is what I'm looking to do. Try to source sponsorship not only for company, but for my company, but more for athletes.
All right. So how's that coming along with you right now? How?
It's going pretty well, but it's just the response are we have to wait and see what will happen next with the country or reopening or less restrictions.
Mhm.
That's all the responses are.
All right. And what about like government assistance or something like that? Is the government trying to help with what you're
Well,
doing, or have you approached them about what you're doing?
well, I haven't approached them because to me, I'm trying not to look at trying to get that help from that point of view because to me, I'm more of an experienced person when it comes to sports, and I'm already known out there, and I think that for me, I should be actually helping the government with development of sports,
Right.
meaning that I should reset.
But as far as finances, they should be helping to put some of the money in place as well, because you're actually going to be helping these athletes to boost the name of the country of Barbados.
Right.
And I
True,
mean, like when we
but
hear,
it's
just like for,
financial problems. That's the problem. You see, right now we're in a very difficult time, and we have to look at a strategy plan. So talking about finances with the government might not be a good thing because
trust me, the government have money for what they want.
yeah,
Every
they
government,
do, and I would
every
love
government,
it too. But
every government
they
complain about
fail.
money.
Yeah,
Every government complain about money, but then they'll find money for what they want. And
true.
trust me, I mean it's no different. They'll complain about the budget. They'll complain about the recession. They'll complain about all these things, and then
Yeah,
you're going to see that they may spend $200 million on what you call it, the tourism board or whatever.
yeah, because
And you're not asking for
true.
200 million. You might only be asking for 50,000.
Yeah, true. Because basically my whole plan with everything overall,
Hmm.
my major goal is right now. I just started back training, so
Hmm.
my plans are 2021 to 20. Well, sorry, 2020 Olympics 2021. That's my major goal. My other goals are is to get my name back out there with my own brand because I realize in past I haven't been branding my name as much. Um, and just trying to talk to people because I've experienced a lot of stuff with like 2009 celebration of
Hmm.
promises and promises that didn't fall through, and I'm still trying to rectify it because the track is named after me, the Ryan Brathwaite track, but the Houston Boat Complex. I'm still rectifying that, trying to deal with that.
But at the
Um,
Usain Bolt complex, where?
I'm at the University of West Indies.
At which location
That's it.
in Cave Hill?
That's in Barbados.
Right. But actually, they have the three. They have Cave Hill, they have Jamaica, and they have Trinidad. But it's the one in
Yes.
Barbados. All right.
Yeah, but within Barbados, there's we have Houston, as I said, the Houston Boat Complex. They have a track named after me. They have a lot of biomechanics lab stuff that athletes can actually come in and see where their performance is, where they're going wrong from right. Um, and then with the land, I was supposed to be given land in Barbados, and I haven't
Mhm.
been given it because due to usage of my using my name to get the approval, and it didn't work out. So it's a lot of stuff that
You
I
definitely got to
talk
make sure you
about.
push forward on that. Yeah.
Exactly, it's a lot of stuff, and I'm not here to tell lies. I'm here to actually be honest with everybody, because
Right.
sports in Barbados is very hard. You could be up there in Barbados, and when you get there, there's nothing. There's lack of respect. I have been disrespected for years,
Hmm.
but respected within other countries.
And
So that is what.
that's typically the way that it happened. It's not just there. Cause trust me, I mean, I know a lot of people here that play professional sports, and they'll tell you the same thing. I mean, people. As a matter of fact, I did a story a couple weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago, where we were talking about Pahokee, and
Yeah,
Pahokee is a small town up in Florida, and we have over 3 dozen professional football players that came from
Wow.
Pahokee, and a lot of them wanted to give back. But then what happens is they promised all these things when it's time to sign a contract. But by the
Yeah.
time they sign that contract,
There's
nothing.
nothing
And
happened.
then you go and try to buy a house for your mom, and you try to buy cars, and you try to buy all these things, and that's how you see all these professional athletes end up broke because people you might see they might tell you, oh, the person signed a $100 million contract, but then they broke in 5 years, and you wonder why. Because a lot of times, I mean, we'll talk about that afterwards. I'm going to put you in touch with someone else who had a similar situation, and I'll put you in touch with them because oh, it looks like Ryan dropped off. Um, I'm not sure his connection was bad, but yeah, but that seems to be a trend that I'm hearing with a lot of athletes. To, where a lot of athletes are talking about they. Oh,
Yeah,
there
sorry
he
about
is.
that.
No,
Sorry
no
about that.
problem. No problem.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
good. No, I was just saying that's a trend with a lot of athletes, and and that's one of the issues that make people want to get into not just athletics, but even like you look at singers, New Edition, same thing. After all the millions of records and millions of dollars, they end up with a check for $1.30
But
something cents.
that was me because like 2009, I was
Mhm.
my first ever. That one race made me a lot. Like I was making my first like that from August to December. I made like $1.5 million
Wow.
US. That's just from that, and then from sponsorships, and then from meets, track meets. Because I ran that year, I ran 187 races that year from January to September. I ran
Mm.
187 races, and
Wow.
it was pretty good, man. I enjoy the my whole entire career. I was been making money, a lot of money, but you see, management is the problem.
Exactly.
You have to be very careful, rather, very careful of who you trust around you because I used to pay 35%.
What to
I
management?
used to pay, yeah, 35% because 20% from sponsorship and then 15% from prize money and appearance.
Wow, that's a
So
lot.
I would, yeah, and then to pay coaches like 10,000 a month, and then they still have to pay for travel for a coach or masseuse. So it was like you getting the money, but still money still going out.
Yeah, and
And
the
with
thing
track
is,
and field,
these people are referring their friends. So then that's where when you make a little bit of money, all their friends are the ones making the money off of
exactly.
you
I'm telling you,
because they're not going to let you get your own masseuse. They're going to get their friend that's a masseuse at $500 an hour when you could actually go get a masseuse for $100 an hour or $50 an
exactly.
hour.
Even if my agent get me a cup of coffee, is he's gonna charge me. So
Yeah,
it's like that's how it was. I really had like a good time in my career, and then I had a bad time in career in terms of like injuries and setbacks and a lot of stuff.
what kind of injuries did you get?
I had a heel bone. I had bone growth. Basically, I had an operation
Hmm.
and actually have an artificial heel bone because I was getting a lot of bone growth and it can actually rotate, well, flex, because runners need that flex when they get on their toes. So I wasn't getting enough flex as it's supposed to be.
So you got an operation on that on the heel bone?
Yeah, yeah, I got an operation on that in Orlando because that was where my training base was. I used to train with Justin Gatlin also.
Hmm.
Um,
Which again costs more money.
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
you know, from there I had to try to get myself back out there and dealing with IRS also too in terms of
Yeah, because they want their
management,
money.
sending money, wiring money, and certain times and over the amount, and dealing with all of that is that's a, I had it bad. I can tell you that I had it bad.
And and again, I mean, like I said, we've seen the stories time and time again. Whether it's TLC, New
Yeah.
Edition, Tony Braxton,
Hmm.
different football players, basketball players, different people that we see the story with. And
Hmm.
I mean, I've never been in the situation where I actually had to sign a multi-million-dollar contract.
Yeah.
Hopefully God will bless me where I can get into that situation. But I
Yeah.
think a lot of times too, like you said, it's the management. We really got to be careful who we have with
Yeah. You
us.
got to be careful. As I said, I've experienced it all.
Yeah.
Experienced it all.
So now
Like,
doing it all again, how would you do it
yeah.
differently? Because you said you want to train for the upcoming Olympic, right?
Hmm. Well, as I said, with the one tab, which is my business, one tab management,
Hmm.
that is the
Hmm.
way that I'm gonna do it. Manage it myself. Have someone into the business to manage, so
Hmm.
that I can go there and start running and so forth, and wouldn't have to look at, oh, I have to pay 20% of this or 15% of that. I would have somebody in the background dealing with the sports management business and getting myself back up there.
All right. Yeah,
So
I
that's the
think that'd
plan.
be. Yeah, that would be the best bet. Definitely to have for you to manage it, or have somebody that you trust manage
Trust,
it.
exactly,
You know,
exactly. And
um,
it's not a lot of people out there that you can trust at the right now. It's not a
even
lot.
if you have a manager,
Yeah,
have your brother, your your mom, somebody that you trust to
yeah,
oversee it,
yeah.
because you want to make sure that this person isn't, like you said, even if they get you a cup of coffee, you got to pay them. Okay, well, you know what? Maybe I don't want to get a cup of coffee from you. I'll get a cup of coffee. Get my brother to run and go get me a cup of coffee. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
You know,
You know,
true,
because
true.
that Dunkin' Donuts coffee that costs $1 is gonna cost you $20 by the time this other person run and go get it.
Yeah, true. I
But
agree.
and so right
See,
now, so even with the heel bone and everything, you can still run and do the hurdles and everything too.
well, yeah, because every day, actually, every day I get up and go and work out. Right now, we're now reopening in Barbados, but I do
Hmm.
mainly like, beach, because I'm like literally like a minute or less than a minute from the beach. So I do a lot of beach training. My girlfriend, she helps me, motivates me basically. She really motivates me a lot. So that's the extra push. Because really and truly, you need a support team. If you're doing a journey
Definitely.
like this, you need a support team. And um, I don't have a lot of friends, but I have that support team that I'm creating just to get by. Because
Uh,
my aim is Olympics and finish, just to get a medal. Because in 2012, I lost out by a couple of seconds over the one a bronze medal. But
So how many goals do you have? You have one or two goals?
I have one gold medal and I have a couple titles with like World Golden League winner. I'm a Diamond League winner. Carifta. There's a lot of achievements. I have a
Hmm.
lot of achievements. But
Uh,
one major gold medal.
all right. So right now, then, are you training any kids? You're working with any kids to get them up and coming or no?
Well, yes, yes, I have a couple. Just maybe one or two that I'm, working on. So
Hmm.
hopefully, once the whole COVID, I wouldn't say COVID, but more of the country open up more of get access of the facilities. That's when
Right.
I can actually start, getting myself back there. So I'll be training and still coaching, which would be good.
And any of them that look like they're going to be Olympic prospects? I mean
Um,
anybody has the potential, but anyone that look like we might be seeing them in the next 4 years.
well, not at that age they are,
Hmm.
but I know some other athletes who have the potential that I've been giving them some mentorship and stuff.
Hmm.
And then I still still communicate with college coaches who want these athletes out there to go to school, start school, and get themselves back together.
Oh, so like let's say for example, if that kid is in Barbados and run, you still have coaches here in the U.S. that you can put them in touch with to get them
Yeah,
at, like let's say
yeah.
University of Texas or even what was that one in Arkansas again?
You mean Grip Barton?
Barton. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to
Barton
look.
County. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to
they
look that up because I've never heard of Barton County in my
yeah
life.
Barton Community College. Oh
Mhm,
no, Barton County Community College (BCC). Yeah,
mhm,
it was a very good. Like I had I've won all of my races at that college. Like each and every one. Never came second. Never came third. Set a lot of records out there,
mhm.
and it was fun. I didn't get the Hall of Fame. I don't know why as yet, but
Well,
I did pretty good.
we know why. This is America. I mean, you see the things
True.
that's going on right now in America. I mean, let's call it what it is. But
That's true. I agree. Yep, I
so
agree.
how did you end up going to that school? I mean, you're sitting in Barbados, and what? All of a sudden, what, you saw a commercial, or what
No,
happened? How did you end up going to school
um,
in the middle of Kansas?
actually, I finished when I finished with secondary school, which is like basically high school,
Right.
and I started college here, which is Barbados Community College, which is BCC, the same thing as Barton. Um, I was doing um, I was trying to be chemist,
Mhm,
so I was doing like pharmaceuticals and stuff like that, all of that stuff. But
mhm,
then it was my best friend. He was approached by the same college, and his parents put a word in for me, and they were like, "Oh well, we have another guy who's really good at hurdles and so forth." And they was like, "You know what? We're gonna give y'all two scholarships, but they were half scholarships, not full scholarships, because I had to pay
mhm,
for accommodation." So we went over in 2007, 7 or 6, but it started to get good. He was pretty good too at his sprints. His name is Dario Allen. And
mhm.
then I even got better at the hurdles, and we did a lot of core work over there. So the coach was a really good coach. Like his name is Coach Kane. Now he's moved from Barton to Oklahoma to Alabama,
Mhm.
and now he's in Houston, Texas. But I moved with him the same time, so it was Oklahoma, it was Kansas, Oklahoma, and then from there I departed and went to a different coach, which was Justin Gatlin coach, who, whose name is Dennis Mitchell.
And that's how you
Mitchell,
ended up in Orlando?
yes, yes,
Mhm,
in 2013. No, sorry, 2011.
mhm.
Yeah,
All right. So when you, like you were talking before about the IRS and different things like that.
yeah.
So when you win money here in the United States, even though you're not a citizen of the United States,
Mhm.
you still have to pay them the money here.
Well,
Right.
when you are, how to say it, I had the F1 O1 visa. So O1
Mhm.
visa is basically close to a resident, or sorry, resident or citizen.
Yeah, close
And
to a green card holder. Yeah.
right, so with the bank here, you have to actually, and not here, but bank in overseas in America, you have to basically fill out the W-8 bank paper, file. So
Mhm.
whatever money comes in to the account, you have to do they do a withholding tax.
So
So after
they.
that, they do a withholding tax
Mhm.
in terms of whatever money comes into my account. You do a withholding tax, and then from there, once the money is not coming frequently, you're okay. But if it's coming frequently, like cent after cent. So if, for instance, if the meet that I ran at, they just paid me,
Mhm.
they would actually send my management team. Then my management team would take their percentage out, and then they would send me instead of holding it and keeping it. So when you go over the amount, because my appearance fee used to be like 50,000 just to appear.
Really?
Yeah,
I
50,000.
need to start running. I,
As Houston Bolt was 250,000, and
I need to start running for real.
yeah, it was 50. Yeah, once you were a medalist, your appearance fees just rise, and
And
then
that's
you get to
up here.
choose.
That's
Yeah, that's just appearance. Prize money is nothing. Basically, with track and field, your the money that you make is either from sponsorship or appearance. Prize money is nothing, like nothing. That just pays the bills.
mm,
So appearance is more like, some hurdler. How some people would have like would get 12,000 appearance, 20, and it goes up. But the highest pair was pair was Hussein Bolt, which was 250,000 round the
wow,
table
wow.
and prize money. So it's like, that
So
was
go ahead.
that was like something that you would be thankful for, because that's what makes our ends meet with professional athlete, being a professional athlete in
So
track and field.
you were mentioning some sponsors. Who else did you have as a sponsor besides Adidas?
I had okay. The first sponsor was Adidas. I had Cable and Wireless. I had Banks Holding, which is a drink here,
The
bottling
Bench area.
company,
Mm,
and then who else we had? Oh, basically three sponsors. There were three
mm.
sponsors. It was Banks, Cable and Wireless. That was it, all around. So you know, and the contracts was pretty good. Good. You're getting 450,000 a year.
Wow,
Not bad for like
not
the
bad at
next.
all.
Because Kevin Wallace was 3 years. No, yeah, 3 years, and then Banks was 2 years. Yep.
Wow.
So
So
I
I
was
think,
making I was making some money.
oh, definitely.
I was making some money, and then what happens is that you take money out of it and put into your retirement.
Mm,
So that when you sign that retirement contract, that contract is like mine's is like up to 40. I think up to, yeah, age 40. So I have to wait to 40 to get all
and
of
and how old are
the
you now?
percentage. I'm 32. I just turned 32 on Saturday, last Saturday.
Oh, congratulations! Happy birthday! Happy belated
Yeah,
birthday!
thanks. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So you say you're in Christchurch. What part of Christchurch are you in?
Oystins, near the Oystins
The
festival,
market.
like the,
Yeah,
yeah, the market. Yeah,
yeah, the fish market. Yeah, yeah.
it's
I'm
pretty.
from St. George.
Oh, St. George.
Yeah, I'm from St. George.
Which part of St. George?
But my dad,
Newberry.
not far from Newberry, actually, Market Hill, Bridgecut area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
and from
Yeah, I can.
Workman's too. I used to live in Workman's, and then we moved over to Bridgecut
Yeah.
to Market Hill. Yeah,
Oh, cause Workman's not too far either. That's
no,
just
not
down the
too
street.
far. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's down
not
the
too
street.
far because I used to walk to school from Market Hill to Workman's, which is a decent walk, but
Yeah,
but still not too far. You know.
man, I
But
love
yeah,
Barbados, man. Barbados is beautiful, man. I
yeah.
love it, but I miss Orlando because
Well, yeah, Orlando is different. That's a different beast by itself.
I bought my first house in Orlando,
Uh,
and that was pretty good. But then, as I said, after the whole IRS stuff, I had to sell my house and just just
mm,
reset. So I moved back in 20. I returned back to Barbados in 2015 or so. Yeah,
mm.
2015. just starting to,
Big up Market Hill.
just yeah. That's Rivaldo. He's a good, promising athlete. He's really good. 400
Mhm.
hurler. He's really good. We trained together too, like years ago. But
Mhm.
he's still upcoming. He's young, pretty young, and he's a
Then
good
what you need to
person.
do is you need to teach him not to make the same mistakes because
Yeah,
believe me, the management companies out there looking for people that they can take advantage of.
exactly. That's why I try to talk to them about, and I try to
Yeah,
make sure that they don't, go in that wrong path. Cause
yeah.
I know what it takes. I know how it takes. I know where to take. Um, I know how to get to the finals. I know how to get everything done. But
Hmm.
it's just to show them like this is what happening. Don't set yourself back because this not working out or that not working out. Because I went through a lot.
Yeah.
Really went through a lot. And there's no pride or nothing because I can explain everything. People might say,
Yeah.
"Oh well, man, Ryan used to do this or Ryan used to do that." Yes, but friends. I've learned it. I had a lot of friends, fake friends, and look, when you go through different stuff, people just disappear.
And that's the truth. You know what I mean? What's the thing that I was reading on Facebook? It said if they didn't ride the bus with you, don't let them ride the limo with you.
True.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But even sometimes, I mean, it's like the ones that want to jump on the bandwagon when everything is going good,
Yeah,
then
and
as soon
that
as things
happened.
start
That
to,
happened.
oh, definitely. Look at
That
MC
happened in
Hammer.
2009.
Look at MC
It
Hammer. He
happened.
had all them friends that he was bringing up with him, and as soon as the money was gone, friends were gone. But
Yeah.
tell me about you. Said it happened in 2009. What happened? Tell me a little about that.
Well, 2009 it had the celebration and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
it was good. People,
Mm-hmm.
you go on stage, you talk and stuff, and you have other people, other companies come and talk and say, "Well, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen." It was so much promises, and it really upset me to really realize that me sitting down here and looking at myself and tell myself, Ryan, you shouldn't be in this position. I've never ever worked really in Barbados. Never approach of being hired to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Never. And this is what people need to understand. I don't really put my business out there, but I'm being true to myself because I don't want people to think, oh, Ryan, he this and he that. I had it all. I had all the cars. I had Ferrari, Lamborghinis. These are things I had. I can tell you no in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
But those stuff, they only make you happy. It brings people that you don't really know and who will be close to you. And I had to change my life for that. Really changed my life.
Yeah.
My life was changed, like changed for better, changed to help others, changed to, you know,
Mm-hmm.
be strong, changed to motivate. And that's why I'm looking to write a book. And I already got the title of it, The Real and the Now. Because
Mm-hmm.
right now you have to live in the real. This is the real, and this is the no. So
Yeah.
that's a book I'm actually working on every day. Of me, doing a little one or two things, tweaking it a bit, writing every day. But this is something that serious. I want people to understand out there that this is sports is a real thing. People
Oh,
might
definitely.
people might be saying, "Man, sports is just a one thing," but sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it's really deep in people's passion, and sports is my passion. I can't live without it.
Jamal said
So
balling.
my, I done it all. Though. I've done it all, Steve. I've done it all. Like everything I wanted. To me, I have no bucket list anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I have to refresh my bucket list with more of a positive and not negative.
Yeah.
So I reset myself and look at life. You know, I have a daughter, and I gotta think about her, and
Yeah,
just be real. That's me, honesty.
Jamal, so you got to talk to the youth, and let them know how hard it is for real.
Yeah, it's hard. I can tell you that. I know. No, that's my aim. Anybody want advice they can ask me. There's no problem. I will be real with them about it.
See, the
I
thing is,
know how.
see, the thing is, what a lot of people have to look at too is a lot of these big management companies can get you big dollars, but then they take
Yeah,
all the money from
and
you.
they take it all back. Yes, I tell
Yeah.
you, people understand. Yeah, you might got money in the bank and stuff like that, but you see, having it doesn't make you happy. I can be real. When I won my
Hmm.
medal, it was yes, I was excited, but I wasn't in the passion of like thinking if the I didn't know what to do. I didn't have the support team, meaning my mother, my father. There wasn't really they were in the spotlight with me, but they wasn't actually handling stuff. So
Hmm.
a lot of stuff that happened here in Barbados was lack of management. My management was dealing with more stuff abroad than here in Barbados. So that's why
Hmm.
a lot of stuff that's happening now or happened that needs to be rectified. I have now to deal with it legally.
No, that's
That's
and
why I'm
that, and I was just about to ask you that. Did you have a lawyer look over this paperwork and everything before you signed the paperwork, whether it was here in the U.S., in the U.S., Barbados, anywhere?
well this the stuff that were happening in America, lawyers dealt with that. But here
Wait,
in
wait, wait.
Barbados,
But that wasn't my question though. My question is, did you have a lawyer or did they have a lawyer? Because just because their lawyer look at it doesn't mean their
well,
lawyer is
here
going
in
to look at you.
Barbados, every stuff that happened in Barbados, I didn't have a lawyer here.
But in New York, in America, did you have your own lawyer or did you
Yes.
rely on their lawyer?
Well, I had to rely on their lawyer because I was mainly most of the time I was traveling.
But that's what I'm
So
saying because you having a lawyer and they having a lawyer is two different things. Their lawyer is
yeah,
going to look out for them. Your lawyer is going to look out for you.
yeah,
So if you're using their lawyer, then their lawyer is going to help them to. I'm not going to say cheat you, but their lawyer is going to help them to make more money.
yeah. True. That's why I said I blame myself for a lot of
Hmm.
things because at that age I didn't had the person to say, well, Ryan, let me just guide you in doing this and doing that. Because to me, my mindset was so deep into sports. I
Hmm.
didn't think about money. I didn't think about nothing like that. I was just trying to like get myself there. Like, let's go, let's do this, let's do this. So it wasn't about to really push me. There were more people like, oh man, all right, do this. Or my agent, he was like, okay, all right, let's do this. Because I used to have meets back to back. I would run on Saturday, I got to meet the next
Hmm.
day Sunday, Monday I got another meet, so I'll be traveling. 3 days I'll be traveling. As I run, I got to leave, go to the airport, or we fly from here, fly on the private jet, from private jet straight to whatever to
And
do
that private
this.
jet coming out of your money.
Let's see, let's see. So these are things that people don't understand
Hmm.
because at that level you need somebody to really really manage, micromanage, because with sports your aim is to focus on your event or focus on what you're doing and let
Hmm.
somebody deal with all this finance and management and all that stuff. But now
Yeah.
for me, when I sit back and look at this, I learn myself, you know what, I can do both, but I just need to lay it out and deal
Hmm.
with it legally. So no, everything I'm doing, I'm gonna do it legally.
Because one,
Lawyer on every contract.
but I mean, and I'll say to you, and I'll say to anybody that's watching, you have to get your own lawyer. The person
Yeah.
is going to say, oh, the company, your management company is going to say,
Hmm.
this is our lawyer. No, it's not. Trust me, a lawyer is only loyal to the person who is writing that check. And if
True.
Ryan is not writing that check, he is not loyal to Ryan. I don't care if it's
True.
your manager, your agent, whoever telling you that. Believe me,
Yeah.
that lawyer is only loyal to the person writing that
True.
check. Period.
Even yeah, even with my because when I had to my green card situation, I had to pay a
Mm.
lot of money. I had to pay like 5,000, five no 12,000. Sorry, to see if we get all my stuff deal with. Never, because it never happened, and that's all this stuff I had to get deal with. Like
Listen, I'll tell you now,
it was crazy.
and again, that's I mean that fall back on your management too, because I know a lot of people who filled up the green card paperwork themselves, just pay the fee and that was it and got it, and that was no problem. Because
Yeah,
I mean, but they're gonna and again, I say this to you and to everybody watching, to other people, because honestly, I'm 50 years old and I learned a lot. I saw a lot in these 50 years, and I'm
yeah,
telling you, one of the biggest things is nobody is loyal to you. They're
true,
loyal to the money that's on the table.
true.
They're
But
not loyal to you.
me, that's why I want to manage athletes and teach them. This
Mm.
20% and 30%, that's too much. Especially if unless you're like a Houston board that you can say, you know what, this is what you can charge. This is money. But if an athlete no starting and you can't be just giving them 50%, okay, I need 50% of what you're making. That's too much. And these are rules that are in the system now. Like I don't know why they bring out any management. Well, there shouldn't be a management rule prior to athlete. To me, you can choose to
Well,
charge any percentage.
no, there shouldn't. No, because you know what? People are going to charge percentages. That's ridiculous. You can have people that charge 50.
Hmm.
But Jamal,
But there
like
should be
Jamal
a
was just
limit.
saying. But that's what I'm saying. But like Jamal was just saying, you would make a good manager. For an up and coming athlete,
Yeah,
the sports, you know the pitfalls. I think that's really what you should be looking at.
yeah,
You should really look into management, because I'm telling you, man, these young people coming up, they need somebody who's going to be able to tell them, and not just track and field. You also have, even here in the U.S., you have football players, like I was saying. You know how many
mm.
basketball players you see that out there now sweeping schools
Well,
for minimum
man,
wage and all
listen,
kind of stuff because they went, you know.
yeah, even my friend, like I got a couple friends, because I forgot to tell you, because
Mhm.
um, in 2000 and it was I think 2012, yeah, we actually did a exchange. So I had to go to Tampa Buccaneers to
Mhm.
experiment to see how it was like. So I was there for like I think 4 months,
Mhm.
and we actually it was pretty good that exchange like with that sport. And I realized a lot of footballers actually get the a good advantage on any other sports. I mean, in terms of they don't have to pay for no therapy, they don't have to do nothing like that. They just get their money. That's it. But the problem with track and field is we have to pay that person to give me a massage, that person to do this, that person to do that, because it's an individual sport instead of a team sport. So team sport, you
Well,
save money in team sport than in individual sport.
yeah, but the thing is, when you look at a team sport, that's only fine and well when you're on board with the team. But once you start to do free agent and you start to do all these different things, then you're responsible. And if you want to have your own trainer or different things, you know what I mean? Which is
Hmm.
good that the team actually have all these things.
Yeah,
But then one of the other things too is like, I mean, honestly, I think a lot of it is good management, and I think Jamal is right. You would make a really good manager. You
that's
already
what I
know.
thought. That's my major in sports management. I already know
Mhm.
how the system goes. Like this is
Yeah.
nothing new that I should have to explain about. I already know this. But the problem is that a lot of companies or a lot of associations of Barbados think that, oh well, you don't know anything. I have the experience. How
Okay,
about
but
you
Ryan,
let mm-hmm.
forget about Barbados. Forget about Barbados. This is what I'm talking about.
True,
You're thinking
true.
small. You got to don't think
So,
small, think large, think global. Like
okay.
you said, you have
Yes.
contracts. You have contacts over at Adidas and at other schools and at all these different things. You know what I mean? So don't just think about what's happening in Christchurch. Think about what you can do outside of Christchurch, because
I agree.
these kids aren't gonna be running in Barbados all the time. They're gonna be running in
No.
Germany and all over the place. So you have
Yeah.
to start looking at what's gonna happen outside of Barbados and what you can
True.
do for these kids at the same school you went to. Because like you
Yeah.
said, you were number one every single time.
Mhm.
And so now if you called that school and you said, hey, listen, I got a kid here that can run, they're gonna
Yeah.
pick him up.
Well, that's
You-
why I keep in contact with my past athletes, past coaches, and
mhm,
give them information or give them an update. Well, like what, this is what happened. And this kid is doing pretty good. This is his results. Let's see if we
mhm.
can get things done. You know.
Yeah,
So,
because I'm telling you, the biggest thing is okay. And again, I'm gonna go back to using Rihanna as an example. Imagine if she
yeah.
was just thinking about the people that are listening to her in St. Michael.
Hmm.
You think she'd be worldwide? Come on, man. Don't worry about. Listen, you're always gonna have people that tell you
Yeah.
you can't do
I'm
it.
not.
No,
I'm
no,
not worried. I am just like trying to create something that can expand out there. That
exactly.
is my move.
But
That is my move. Yes.
don't occupy your time with the naysayers or the people or what happened
True.
in the class.
I agree. I agree.
Move forward. And I'm telling you, man, you are gonna do great things. We're gonna be interviewing you again, and you're gonna be telling me about all these kids that you
Yeah.
help. And I still want to talk to you about some of the stuff that you're doing with the kids, because I do a lot of things here in the U.S.
Yeah.
with the school board in Broward County and different things. And we were
And
talking
I
about
got a
that
surprise
before.
for you. I have a surprise for you now.
Mhm.
Rai Rai Bisa.
Mhm.
That's another company that I just started too. And
Uh,
Rai Bisa means the Ryan Brathwaite International Sports Academy.
all right. I'm liking this. I'm liking
So
it.
that, and they already have the logo and everything. So that is another move that I'm doing. I'm being quiet about it, but you know what? It's gonna be there.
Well, let me ask you, what about people like Obadelli and some of the others? Have you ever thought
Um,
about collaborating with some of them and see what you can do?
well, as I said, Obadeli went through a situation like me involving like the whole promises here in Barbados.
Right.
Um, we haven't talked in a long time, but I'm thinking of sometime this week. I'm gonna reach out to him and we could actually try to discuss some stuff.
Because I'm
So
telling
that's
you,
one thing.
you have to get the management company going. Because I'm telling you, he wasn't the first, you weren't the first, and neither one you're going to be the last. It's going to happen again and again and again and again. It's going to happen in
So that's why
Barbados.
the
It's going to happen.
academy.
It's going to happen
That's
in
why the
U.S.
academy. Hmm.
It's going to happen in Germany, in England.
True.
If you talk to most athletes, I guarantee you, if you talk to 100 athletes right now, you're going to have at
Hmm.
least 90 or 95 of them that have that same story, because they
Yeah.
need you out there to teach them. The next generation need you out there to teach them.
Yeah. It's true. I totally agree.
Mm.
I totally agree because
So
it's the
let's make that
mindset,
happen.
man.
Yeah,
It is the mindset. You have
let's
to get yourself back out there,
let's make
and
that
that's
happen.
yeah. So I'm up for it. I'm up for everything, man.
Look
I
forward to
keep
it.
myself networking. So, and plus, there's a new energy drink that I'm just actually start using named E9 by Synergy, and
Mhm.
it's pretty good. I love it. And
Okay, there is your next sponsorship. Boom. That's your next
yeah,
sponsorship. Call them up.
we
Tell
we
them,
we've been talking. They already made created the flyers and everything. So
send me
it's
the
looking
flyer
good.
as soon as you do.
Yeah,
As soon as it's official,
I'll
send me the
send you the
flyer.
flyer.
Send me the commercial. All
Yeah,
these different things. You know what I mean? And you know me already. anything to help, I'm there to help. So when you get that information, you send that to me, and
I'll
we're
send
gonna.
you the information once once
Mhm.
we get off a live. I'll send you everything and we'll discuss, man. Because this is a good product, very good product.
All right. So we're coming up on the time now, on the hour. So actually, it's past the time. So
Well,
what's your 1 minute takeaway that you want to leave with my viewers?
first thing, I want to thank you, Steve,
Mhm.
for inviting me to the live lunchtime talk.
All right.
And second thing is that I want everyone to stay focused in whatever they're thinking of doing or trying to get themselves back out there and keep strong and go by your goals and dreams and push hard because COVID-19 might set back a lot of stuff, but it's all about reset and refresh and be better. And honesty is the best thing. So
Mhm.
stay honest and stay strong.
All right.
Thank you,
All right.
Steve.
You're welcome. But and I thank you very much for being on the show because I mean you give a lot of information, especially to a lot of these young kids out there that are going to be getting contracts and everything and think that that $1 million or that million and a half is yours to keep.
Million,
You know,
million is nothing. It can go like this.
I tell you for real, people don't
And
realize it, but
the
money is
best
nothing.
investment is a
Mhm,
house. That's the best investment to get a house
definitely.
and invest in that. Because you know what? You can live, sleep in it, get up next day, every day. No one can take
Mhm.
it from you. Cars, cars ain't nothing. Cars they go, they come.
As soon as you drive
Just
it off the lot, you already lost
exactly.
value in it. You take it.
And
You
this
take
time,
it.
yeah,
Hmm?
luxury is nothing now, man.
Yeah,
Just gotta
uh,
be real to yourself. No need to
luxury
impress.
to me now. Luxury is when I could just get away for a week or a weekend or whatever, and just
Vacation,
have some peace
vacation.
and quiet, and that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I mean. The rest of that stuff don't mean anything. But
yeah, it
Ryan,
doesn't.
thank you very much.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate you
Bro.
being on the show, and we're gonna have you back on again to talk about some of the stuff that you're doing. Let me know as soon as you get the contract with the energy
All
drink
right.
when you guys launch it, and I'm gonna have you guys back on here to talk about that too. All right.
Sure, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. I
All right.
appreciate you. All right.
All right. Thanks.
All right, guys. Thanks very much for watching. And as always, we try to bring you a lot of information. We try to bring you more stuff. Um, Today we heard from Ryan Brathwaite, which was, he's an Olympic runner for Barbados. He was a gold medal winner. He was telling us about some of the pitfalls that he had, and this I mean, it was awesome to hear some of these things that he was able to accomplish. But then we also heard the downside of it. So anyone out there that's looking to get into sports, whatever it is, no matter where you are, I don't care if you're in England, Germany, Spain, wherever you are, be careful. Always have your lawyer look over the paperwork, not their lawyer, because their lawyer is not your lawyer. Period. I don't care how much they tell you, oh, we're here for you. No, they are not. Their lawyer is for them, your lawyer is for you. Period. It's going to cost you a little bit to get a lawyer to look over the paperwork, but honestly, it's going to be worth it in the long run. All right, you may pay a lawyer 2,000 or whatever to look it over now to save $1.5 million later on. Come on, it's a no-brainer. Make that happen. If you guys are in Barbados, look at Ryan and check him out because I mean he's already been through the pitfalls. He already. My father used to say the road you're walking on. I know where every pothole and every speed bump is. Well, Ryan already know where every pothole and every speed bump is, so he can help you navigate that road. All right, look him up. If you need his information, hit me up, inbox me, or just go to the website and send me a message or something. All right. But you guys be careful. I'm telling you now, you got to be careful. That money that you're making, it can go away just like that. No joke. Whether even people that are singers, you got a lot of people out there writing music, doing all kind of things, and then next thing you know they're sleeping on somebody's couch. Nah, come on, man. When you know better, do better. Now you guys know better. All right. All right. So anyhow, as always, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Do a random act of kindness for a stranger. If you see a person that need to get to the food bank and they don't have a vehicle, either give them a ride or go get the food and bring it to them. All right. Pick up the phone and call somebody you haven't spoken to in a long time. Just, hey, what's up? I was thinking about you, just making sure. I don't care if you guys had an argument long time ago or whatever. It's time for for you guys to just, I'm not gonna say make up, but just pick up the phone and call the person. All right, guys. As always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, do a random act of kindness for a stranger. Peace, people.
Whoa, did you guys see that? If that happens to you, call me at 305-316-8815 and I will help connect you with people that will fight for you.
La la